Hey, what's going on everybody? Suro here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a bunch of tips, tricks, little secrets, things you may have missed, or some changes in the recent update. This update had actually brought a lot of features and some interesting ones, so be sure to stick until the end because we got some good stuff in here. And also, if you guys would hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, I would really appreciate you. 25% of people that watch my content are actually not subscribed. You may think you are. Double check, hit that subscribe button, and let's jump right into it. All right, guys, up first, I'm actually going to share something that's on the Wish Blossom Ranch side of things. So let's go ahead and get our crafting station here. And this is actually one of my favorite changes that they did. So if you guys have been playing Wish Blossom Ranch, you know you come down over here to the fences and paths. And you may remember a path like the Alpine Cobblestone Road that required fish. You had to actually go out and fish. And then I think it took like reclaimed wood and stuff. Just crazy amounts of things. And now it's down to 1 pixie dust and 1 pebble to get this new path right here. So every pixie dust and every pebble you do will actually give you 4. And while it's still a lot, because pixie dust is actually not too easy to come by, it's a lot better than what it used to be. So now I could make 400 Alpine Cobblestone Road. We love any new paths in the game. We also had the Slate Stone path that's 1 pebble and 1 beady soil. So very easy to make. And then we had this one, which is just 2 pebbles. So yeah, what an amazing change. Even this one right here with like the border. 1 and 1, I love it. Now up next is a pretty cool change as well. If you go over here and if you actually have a max, you know, we got the dog max here that will actually dig up spots. Did you know that not only does he pick up wood, but he'll actually dig up spots and he can drop stuff like dream shards. Now he can actually pick up the dream shards as well. So here we go. He's going to pick up the night shards, and if those were dream shards, he'd pick them up as well. Now, before, you had to have another companion to actually pick up the dream shards. He used to always dig up the dream shards and night shards, but he himself never actually picked them up. You used to have like R2-D2 or Hey with you and kind of have a combination of them 2 companions. But now Maxa does all of the things, so make sure you log on and you give Max a pat because he is just the bestest of all dogs. Up next, I'm going to show you one of the greatest little features that they didn't even tell us about. If you go over to your Dreamlight tab, you know how we have to go and do Dreamlight duties. It's like the best way to get Dreamlight. Now they have a little button on the corner of each of these. What this does, it actually lets you like re-roll duties so you can make it a lot easier on yourself. Now, before you have access to this, just go ahead and start completing these duties. Just keep doing them over and over. Try and clear out the first page because it initially did not let me do it. So just keep completing duties until it gives you a pop-up message, and then you can actually use this. So how this works is I can re-roll up to 3 duties right now. It says re-rolling costs 1 re-roll token, which I have right here. I have 3 tokens. And then if I complete and collect a duty, I will gain an additional reroll token, but you can only have 3 tokens at a time. So even if I complete one of these duties, it's not going to take me to 4 tokens. You can have a max of 3. So what this does is if you have a task here you just don't want to do, it takes a while. So like for me, if I get a task that says to like give a villager their favorite gift, to me that takes a lot of time. So I'm not going to do it. I would just re-roll it. So for example, one I could do, even my whole page is super easy, but let's say prepare a 5-star meal. If I don't want to do that, I can click this right here and it changed it to add 3 decorations to the peaceful meadow. And now I'm down to actually 2 reroll tokens. So then maybe I don't want to mine 4 rock spots in the Forgotten Lands. I click on that. Now it tells me to sell 5 fruit. I'm down to 1. And then add 3 decorations to the Frosted Height. Reroll that. And I am now out of them. I'm at 0. So this one says collect 3 bonus items given by a companion. That is a duty you're probably going to want to reroll because it's going to take a bit. But then if I go and actually complete a duty like this one, sell 2 fish. Let's see what happens. Okay, I'm going to sell these 2 fish right here. I just sold 3 herring. And now whenever I go to this tab, I'm still at 0. if I click on this, boom, I'm back up to 1 reroll token. So I could re-roll this one because, again, that one's going to take a little bit. And now it just says harvest 3 blueberries. So then I come over here. I'm going to harvest 3 blueberries. And then, boom, collect that. I'm back up to 1 reroll token. So that's how this system works. It's so amazing. I'm so glad they added this. I kind of wish they added it before. But then I can do 2 more duties. It would take me back to 3. And then it would cap me there. So great feature. Now up next is something for Wish Blossom Ranch. You can finally put Aladdin Stall down to be able to get gems. To do this, you go over here, click on a house, and you scroll down and go near the bottom. And you have access to all these different stalls and stuff. We didn't have Aladdin Stall here before this update. Now they finally fixed it. So every single day, come over here. You can purchase 1 shiny jasper. You can get 5 honeycomb stone. You can get 5 regular stone. It's going to be completely random up here. We got a shiny honeycomb. We got the little pie right here. And then I got 5 jasper right here as well. Definitely picking that up. You're going to want to get those every single day. And now I have all of these gems. It's going to make your life easier, especially if you haven't been doing the main story. And if you have and you're already done, well, now you have stuff to craft the new items. Now up next, this is a huge one. Again, also for Wish Blossom Ranch, they actually fixed the button stew. So if you need the recipe, now you can actually get it. For that, you just go down here, get your vegetable, throw a carrot in there, and then you need a button, which is over here in the spice category. Go ahead, throw that in there, put both of them, and then voila, we have button stew. You can go feed this to your horses. It's going to give them a ton of XP. Go give Khan some food, all right? He's been waiting for a while. Now, that's not the only one. As you guys remember, the Fizzy Nectar soda was actually bugged as well. So you can actually put 1 slushed ice in here. And then you're going to need the bonsai star fruit, which should be right over here. Put those 2 together. And now Fizzy Nectar soda is finished and completed. And now I have every single recipe over here in Wish Blossom Ranch. Now up next, I want to teach you about the tracking system. This is not only very important, it is so helpful. I may do a full video on this later on, but just really quickly, what you want to do is if you look at the bottom right of my screen right here, you see the button, it tells me to press T. I'm on mouse and keyboard. I am on PC, so that's the actual key right there, T. The button for you is probably going to be different. What you want to do to track all these duties is hold that button down all the way and then let go, and it's going to auto track these right here. So then it's going to put them at the top left of my screen. The great thing about this is after I complete one of them, like for example, craft a potion to boost your garden. Let me go do that real quick. I could do this miracle growth elixir right here. We're going to go ahead and make that right. And it's going to auto complete the thing for me. And it's automatically going to put the next task up there. So it's not just tracking just 6 of them. It's tracking 6 of them continuously. So after I automatically complete one, it's going to put the next one up there. Now you can take it one step further and you can put auto claim on. So this is a new feature right here. What this does is, as you just seen, whenever I completed that task, it automatically collected the tokens for me, put up the next task right here, and then I can continue doing my star path grind without actually going back into this menu at all. You can also go to your rewards tab and you can hit auto claim right here, turn that on, and it will automatically be claiming rewards as you're getting enough tokens. It's going to go in an order of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So unless you want to manually pick out a specific piece, you can turn auto claim on here and your duties, and then just spend an hour or 2 and just fully grind out your star path. That's what I did on stream, and I ended up completing without even going into this menu at all. We ended up getting all the way up to page 4, almost to page 5. It's incredible. All right, guys, and next is the camera feature. So this thing is kind of interesting. You actually have a couple new toggles down here. If you go over to this side, you know how we have like time of day, we have focus, contrast, things like that, brightness. Now we have 2 new things. We have color temperature and color tint. So now you can actually like enhance your photos with even more detail right now. So you could do that. You could change the color tint right here if you wanted to. Oh my gosh, that's trippy. You could even combine it with some other filters like this moon filter right here. And then if you go down to color temperature, you could bring it like this. And then you can also pull it down like that. And then the color tint right here. So you can use these in combination with a lot of the other toggles. Just keep playing around with it. And I think eventually you'll get like the perfect lighting for a DreamSnap. Okay guys, so this next feature is something I think everybody was most excited for. And that was where you can actually call villagers into your shot. So if you're doing a picture, a DreamSnap, whatever, you go into photo mode like normal. And as long as there are villagers outside in the valley, like not actually in restaurants or anything like that, you can click on this tab at the top left and it pulls up this little tab here, up to 15 of them. And it says available villagers. From there, you can actually click on villagers and summon them. So for example, let's take Gaston here. I can click on his picture and then I can click visible and it'll spawn him right here. So again, this would be great if I'm trying to do a DreamSnap, but it's also really cool because if I'm just trying to get a villager here, if I'm doing a quest or something, I can just click on that, back out of my camera mode, and then here he is. I automatically summoned a villager, even though I'm not trying to do a DreamSnap, right? And then sometimes it locks him in place, which is good. So if you are doing a DreamSnap, then you can go and you can push him into a specific spot like this, and then hopefully be able to take your picture, and he is doing the pose. So you could click on him again, make him visible. It looks like it's going to move it. And then you can press pause for the placement. And then there's the pose. You can click on this. So again, it's not really working the way it should. So then if I get Ariel in my shot, click on her, click on visible, and now she's in the shot. So then you could like pause her and then try and get them both into position for your DreamSnap. So again, it doesn't work the way it should. And I was hoping we could just like click on a villager and place them in a specific spot. But it's one step closer, right? It's a little bit better, but it just doesn't work the way we fully wanted it to. You know, you can get Aladdin in here, you can get Jafar, you can get Anna, pause their placements, do their pose, and then back out. Sometimes they'll stay if you get them in the right spot too. So it's a little bit tricky. Now up next, they actually changed the little chicken coop item. So we have the Alpine chicken coop. So we could do that. If you did end up picking this item up, it is this one right here. It was in the premium shop. So it's actually pretty large. You can place it down. And then what you do from here is you just go over to it and you can actually summon other companions. So I'll do that. I'll do the red or the green raccoon here. We'll do the red raccoon, and then we'll do, let's do a flying, we'll do like a dragon or something. And as you see, it actually spawns them inside there now. I could also pick this up and move it if I wanted to, and then place it back, and then they'll be outside of the little pen. But right now they are trapped in there. So instead of putting like little baby like snippets that we were doing in there, now you can have actual companions in there, although it makes me kind of sad that they're trapped in such a small space. So be sure to let them out. And speaking of companions, that brings us to our next topic. They actually changed and like reworked a lot of the companions, so now they're supposed to more broadly like pick up everything. So whenever you're doing some gardening and stuff, the bunny rabbits are supposed to pick up like everything from gardening. They are also supposed to make it where, well, they pretty much like changed a bunch of them too. So like, for example, your companions, if you go down to Rainbow Fox, I think the Rainbow Fox used to do gems and now they switched it to fishing, just like the other foxes in the game. So most of them are in line with the same type of like species. Unfortunately, they didn't do that for all of them, but at the same time, if you had like a specific companion that you really liked, that you were like dead set on having like mining or fishing or gardening, they may have ended up getting changed, unfortunately. Now guys, another really cool change, if you come over here, you know, we're over in Wish Blossom, you go down to your trees, and then you actually select the Webby tree right here. We place it down. The Webby tree actually drops little dewdrops here. So before it didn't, it just had the little drops of water stuck on the item. And look, now they actually drop, they make a little sound effect, they make a little splash. And I'm assuming if you were a professional, if you are good enough, you could probably take a picture and have the dewdrop right there. I wonder if we can actually get it on our head. Let's see. Can it be done? You can have it like right on your head. Now, another great change is you can actually have your horses, like the horse stall, over here in your other valleys. So it's not just Wish Blossom Ranch. To do this, you actually pull up this menu, you go to your house, and just like putting down gem stalls and stuff like that, you just scroll down to the bottom, and then you can actually find it here. So we even have one for Eternity Isle Stables, and then Storybook Vale Stables. But just keep in mind, once you place this item down, it doesn't look like you can pick it back up. So I'm actually a little bit sad because it didn't give me any warning. I should have known. I should have known better, because this is how it was over on the DLC maps with like putting Tiana's restaurant down and stuff like that. Once you place it down, you can't remove it. I'm not sure why. You think you would just be able to just click on this and remove it, but yeah, it's permanently stuck here. So it looks like I'm gonna have to do some sort of build over here in this aesthetic over in the forest. You know, you don't need the stable, because even without the stable, you can still just summon your horses like normal. But if you wanted it, you could place it down. Again, just keep in mind that it's probably going to be stuck here permanently. And then, guys, the final thing that I have for you today, come over here to Goofy's little moving vehicle, and there's no longer a cap on these. Like the dark chocolate coffee bean seeds, you can now buy 900, or you can buy 99 if you want. Same with the Scarlet Kale, you can purchase all of those. They removed the cap of 10. I don't think it was supposed to be on there. It just kind of, it must have got bugged out when they shipped it out. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys have anything extra that you have discovered, let us know in the comment section below. I hope this video helped you out a lot. If it did, you know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.